in our chart, and I wanted to make it clear because I got a couple of people call me and they had that questions which was not covered. Okay. Now, if you look at this chart now, the soul has like liberated, sansari, and avyavara good, which you know the soul is at the high level divided into the three groups. Liberated souls, we have a good understanding. But one thing keep in mind, the liberated soul, they have a specific place, and all liberated soul exist there. While sansari souls and avyavara nigot souls, they are all over the place, like in all 14 Rajlok, means entire universe. So that one thing you have to keep in mind, liberated soul is not everywhere except at the place called moksha or on the top of Lokakash. While sansari souls and avyavara nigot souls, they exist everywhere. Everywhere in the 14 Rajlok. Okay, some humans only exist in a certain area, but that's a specific things. In general, I'm just talking. Now, in Avyava soul, what I'm going to explain you few things which the questions came up. Okay, that's why I just divided. I'll send you this file as soon as we are done here. Okay, that let me just know the characteristics of Avyava Rasi soul. All beings are Sukshma Nigod, exist in 14 Rajlok, occupies the whole universe, and they have a very negligible awareness. We cannot see them. Their number is infinity times infinity. Again, it's the word they use, Ananta Anant. Their lifespan is less than 48 minutes. Means they born and die. Actually, the way they say it, they born and die 17 times in less than 48 minutes. Okay. When one of the sansari soul attains liberation, then randomly, we call it bhavitavita or predestination, whatever the words you want to use. One soul moves out of sansari moves to the sansari category. That's the one view. Now, these are the two different views. One view says no, some acharyas indicate there are no akam nirjara, means if they have the karma, but there is no nirjara occurs. They remain the same karma throughout their period, throughout their life until they come to sansar. Okay. Another view says akam nirjara occurs but acquires new karma the same. So they are not actually, when you have nirjara occurs and you are releasing some karma and you are acquiring about the similar karma, in reality you remain with the same type of the karma. So what I'm trying to say, don't go into too much detail. Right now we are talking with regards to ahimsa point of view, not with regards to the whole Jivavichar and anything. Everybody agrees that when their bhavitaveta occurs or when their predestination happens, then and then the soul will migrate from avyava rasi to sansari. At that time, one sansari soul removes the liberation. That one is no dispute. All acharyas are the same. They are not there in avyava rasi nigod because of karma. They are not there. They are just there since the beginning of the time, and only way they come out of it is when one receives the liberation, then one soul from avyava rasi nigod will come out into samsara. So make it very clear whether there is a akam nirjara occurs or not. It is immaterial. Okay, in that sense, the karma only comes into the play the role in sansar, which is the second one. And let's just review a couple of things and then we will move to the question answer. In sansari souls, now we got the four categories heavenly beings, human beings, Tiryans beings, and Tiryans being has 1 to 5 cents. The heavenly beings are 5 cents, human beings are 5 cents, and hellish being is 5 cents. Now, with regards to non-violence or ahimsa point of view, we are not going to make heavenly beings suffer, or we are not going to make heavenly being happy. So they are, from ahimsa point of view, we don't have any concern about human beings. Same thing, hellish beings. We are not concerned with them also, because we cannot reach them. We cannot do anything to them. Okay, make them happy or unhappy or anything like that. So what happens as a human being, we are interactive with other human beings, or we are interactive with the Tiryans being. All right. So the ahimsa point of view, when we are looking into it, that human beings and then Tiryans beings, these are the living beings we are interacting. Now, ahimsa is our prime principles of Jainism, and like I told you, the life cannot exist without violence. So we have to live. This is our judgment, in a sense. We have to live with the minimum violence. And how do we define minimum violence? And that's where the whole human being and Tiryans being subcategories will come into the play. That 5 for Tiryans being is a 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 sense. And I told you that time also, okay, life can exist with 1 sense by hurting or by killing 1 sense violence. Higher senses are not allowed for us, which is called trust, jivo, or anybody, because their gnan gun is more developed, their knowledge faculty is more developed, and they are closer to liberation. That doesn't mean they are all going to achieve liberation, but if they wish, they are closer to that. Human being is the closest one, because the liberation only you can attain through human beings. So if you make suffering to any human being, that's the highest sin. Then animals, okay? And in animals, the 5 sense is the highest, because they are more developed. Then the 4 sense, 3, 2, and 1. 1 is the minimum. So that you have to keep that thing in the mind, that in your situation, how would I decide which is right and which is wrong for me? You see it. Okay, if you do the violence, whatever is violence you have to do, with whatever choices you have, make sure you reduce to the fewer sense living beings for the violence purpose. Okay. Now, in 1 sense, again, we discuss it that time also. Okay, there are earth, water, air, and fire. These are all pratyek. They got not 1 soul, 1 body. And then the plant has more. I'm just little bit revision there, just to make sure. Okay, pratyek vanaspati and sadharan vanaspati kai, which is kanmul, nigod, and there is a badar nigod, which are the root vegetables, and sukshma nigod, which is all over the place. And I just wanted to, when you go through it next time, you will know that sukshma nigod is the same as the avyavarasi nigod. Okay, is the same, but they are in sansar, so their karma reduces due to akam nirjara, while avyavarasi nigod karma does not reduce at all. That's the only difference. Okay, the number is, both of them are infinite times infinite. All right, they all exist in 14 Rajlok, or occupies the whole universe. Infinite soul shares 1 body, and there is an infinite body. While in Badar Nigod, which is our kanmul or root vegetables, and if you know it, that also infinite soul shares 1 body, but there is an innumerable body, not infinite body. That's the only difference. So that's why their number is only infinite. And here is the infinite time and infinite. Now, again, this is the Jain terminology. Now, if you mathematically you ask me what is the difference between infinite and infinite times infinite, if you multiply infinite with infinity, still infinity from mathematical points of view. Okay, and from Jain literature point of view, there are four categories. Numerable means countable, innumerable, infinity, and infinite infinity. So you have to look into that aspect point of view when you read Jain literature. That's the root vegetables. And I think we already discussed, but the root vegetable is also one sense like all others one. And we have a specific interest, given that way, we should not be eating root vegetables because it is an infinite soul, while this one is an innumerable soul. And not everybody is in the agreement, but majority of them are in the agreement that we should not eat root vegetables. Okay, you have to use your own judgment. Jainism don't say do this or don't do that one. Jainism only gives you the theory and the principles, and you have to decide under your circumstances what is best for you. Okay, that's the key word you have to keep in mind as a Jain. Being a Jain, you are the decision maker, not the Jain principle says do this and do that. Jain principle, same thing with Hindu principles or Buddhist principle. They don't tell you, they don't give you rules and regulation. They can give you the rules, not the rules, the principles. That if you understand principle properly, then you decide on your circumstances which way to live the life. Okay, so that's all about here. I wanted to explain to you again, just to keep that thing in mind, that human being is the highest one. We have to just make sure at the cost of human beings we don't survive ourselves. As long as some other lower level species are available for our survival. And that's the reason we are all vegetarian, because we can survive with one sense beings. I also explained you at that time that today's environment, the cow's milk, silk, wool, all other things, are obtained giving significant cruelty to Panchendriya animals. No, and no four sense and three sense type things. Okay, and comparatively, they are a lot more violent from that point of view. And if it is possible, we should avoid them before we even avoid one sense living beings. That's the Jain principle as I understand it. All right, and this brief introduction now for 10-15 minutes I gave you. Whenever if you have any question, you can send your note to Sejal, and we can discuss that one after we finish the all remaining questions. Now we'll start from number 7. Okay, Bhairav, if you want.